Okay, here we are. Okay, so my big conundrum today and previously has been this. When we play guitar through a tube amp, what happens is you put your guitar in here, it sounds great, all fine. But what if you want some distortion or overdrive and a couple of chorus, stuff like that, little delay maybe? Well, if you put all that in the front, this is the problem. It doesn't sound very good. So hence, on the back of the amp, boom, 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 this is heavy. There's an out and an in, the send and a return. And so for your digital effects, you send out from here, from the preamp into your row of digital effects, and then that returns back in here. Well, that's all good. That sounds great. You got your overdrives up front, in here, boing, blast the preamp a little bit because it's tubes, wonderful, and then your reverbs and delays and all that comes through here. The problem with this is that, well, you'll need a cable to go here from your pedal board or from your fuzz box or whatever, and then you need two cables, one out and one in. And here I have my pedal board. So most of us have these contraptions now because it's cool and it's beautiful. And I ended up tying together these three cables, which is great until you involve anything else like a gig, and you find that the cables are intertwined. Like, there you go, there's one coming out. So I wanted to try and make a snake out of this, but so I don't have quite as much to do with here. So here's the trick. I bought this bit. Talk about snake. Ooh, looks like Anaconda Man here, right? So what I did is I pushed through a single cable, and on the other end, a piece of string. Yes. Okay.
Yes, very good.
I'm going to tie the end of this guy. Let's see how long this goes. Boom, boom, boom. This is easier. So I'm not going to do them side by side because I think the plugs will be too big. So I'm going to tie them up one at a time here.
And then get them started.
So there's one. I don't know if that's going to hold it, but and then take another tube. So yeah, so I got the pieces in here. I cut this thing, and it needs to a lot of help at the other end, I think, once this is through. But this is how
Feed the cables in.
you got to feed the cable, and you can't. You have to be careful how you pull on this too. I think so. You got to just push for a bit. It's very funky material. It's I looked under cable management, I think, in the sort of office section bit. You know, this is what, in an office, I think they want all the computer cables to line up right. And this was made maybe also for you know, if you make your own guitar cable, like that's gonna be the thing. So now the trick is, if I can do this from this end, that is the big question, isn't it?
It actually really looks like a snake.
It does, doesn't it? Gives a new meaning to the whole idea of having a snake. Look at that. So
You've pulled them all through?
pulled a little bit more, about, yeah, I mean, don't really need that, but that way I can maybe get just a little closer at the other end. Talk about sneaking this, huh?
We got a little tape.
All right, so
on this.
taped up the end so that it's not going anywhere for a while anyway. We'll just for safety purposes, hopefully, tape up a little bit here. Safety, I mean, at least it won't go nuts, right?
And what is this red sleeve called again? Do you know the
So I'm not sure what it's called. It's like cable management, and you find all these different options. And this one is a sleeve that you can use actually for a single guitar cable, and it shrinks and stuff, but it's expandable. It's all
yeah.
And I have a little bit extra here on this end.
And
So-
now you can go in your front end.
So then I go in my front end here, and then on the back, what's this? Oh, a snake. Jesus. So here's my, and I sort of color coded this with green, blue, okay. Red, anyway, red, right, red, well, I don't remember, I just need
Red, right, returning.
Yeah, right, all this stuff. So there's all of it's nicely tidy. And so when you're on stage, it'll look fantastic and